What is up, guys? This is Derek, aka SkyScope, and I'm bringing you a Street Fighter 5 video. So yeah, it's kind of weird that I'm playing Street Fighter 5 now because I haven't played Street Fighter 5 in like the last year and a half, I gotta say. And it pretty much was due to the fact that the game lacked a lot of shit that this motherfucker skipped our lore intro. This motherfucker skipped the thick intro. He has to pay for that. You can't skip the thick and get away with it. But yeah, like I was saying, SF5 on release of course did not have all the features that it has now, and like it didn't even have arcade mode, it didn't have story, and it didn't have CPU versus mode. So it was geared pretty much 100% for people that wanted to play online and that wanted to like try to be super good and like super esports about the game. Which obviously failed because the game had like abysmal reviews and sales when it first came out. But now we're here, and not too long ago Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition was released. It's always really hard saying like the really long Street Fighter names like Ultra Street Fighter 4 or Arcade Edition and shit like that, but you know, we kind of got to deal with it, or like Ultra Super Mega Turbo 2, shit like that. I remember like Third Strike probably had like one of the best names like of any Street Fighter game. It was just very simple and to the point and didn't have all these like tacked on other names, but you know, it's kind of how it goes now. Like there's GG Rev 1 and 2, and there's probably going to be Guilty Gear Rev 3 coming out soon, and we're going to be talking about other fighting games pretty soon. But yeah, Street Fighter 5 is feeling pretty good right now. Street Fighter is always one of those games that has the saturated like online player base to have me like just run in, get a couple games, and to be like satisfied, or like the complete opposite, because like this game, like the reason why I get like sucked into this like the vortex of this game is just because it's like I'll play online and then I'll either win or I'll either win and then I'll be like, alright, well I could probably get more wins, and that win like wasn't enough to satiate my thirst for victory, or I'll lose and then I'll just be like hunting for a fucking win. I'll be like losing over and over and over again and just hunting for one win, and then when I finally get that win, I'm like not satisfied with my performance, and then I have to like just go back and get it again. I'm playing Laura now, which is a character that I didn't think that I'd ever play in Street Fighter, and is a character that people definitely have a problem with on this game. People fucking hate Laura, and it's pretty much just because of her pressure and her mix-up. She can make people feel pretty hopeless, and she can make people rage pretty easily, just like this guy. That guy raged pretty quick, but that was after the second game, so I don't even know why he played the second game if he felt like he was gonna get that mad and just rage. And then this Sakura, I honestly did super dirty because I didn't give a fuck about her wake up at all, and I just went in with 3 grabs and just killed her when I had a pixel of health. And she rage quitted in a more honorable way, which was pretty much just giving me a free perfect. So yeah, that happened. It was funny because the entire time I was fighting that Sakura, I thought that she was giving me a like legit fight, and then I looked back in the recording and she's like walking into me deliberately. But yeah, now we're against Chun-li, so it's fucking battle of the thick here. The fucking thickness levels are fucking in the sky somewhere, so it's pretty appropriate that we're here on the Air Force Base map. Laura's one of the characters that I wouldn't have seen myself playing, just because she is that like super meaty mix-up character with the command grab, much like Makoto in Street Fighter 4. I'm used to usually playing like combo-based characters, kind of like Karin or Cammy. Cammy was the character that I was playing like right before Laura, and I dropped rank a lot because I just find Cammy easier to play because she is that kind of like simple combo character. Well, simple enough to me. My thing in Street Fighter, coming from playing Jury and SF4, is I just love characters that have really strong stuff off of crouching medium kick or jumping medium kick, and that's kind of my problem with Laura, is like some of those tendencies that I had on other combo oriented characters obviously don't work with her. She has like stubby normals. She doesn't have the longest combos in the world. Her combos are more really just to set up into some other big thing that you're gonna do. And she has like these really cool like striking grabs and stuff like that. But one thing I find funny about Laura's story is the fact that she's always like trying to push Matsuda Jujitsu on people, and she seems like she has a hard time doing it. But you look at like Ken and Ryu, like these fucking Shotokan fighters, and you see how Shotokan has influenced people like Sakura and Dan, who have made their own shitty version of it. But it's like you would think that Laura wouldn't have that big of a problem asking people to do jujitsu with her. Like, seeing this thick ass chick walk up to you and say, hey, like, you want to be my grappling buddy, you would probably go ahead and say, you know what, this is a no-brainer. If she actually is as strong as she says she is and can teach me some shit, then I'm gonna learn some shit. And if she's out here just trying to do some normal wrestling, then I get to feel all over this thick chick. So it's like, whatever. You know, I feel like she shouldn't have as much of a problem as she does recruiting people to Matsuda Jiu-Jitsu. But anyways, before this video is out, I kind of wanted to talk really quick about EVO main stage. And I kind of do know that the big thing about the main stage was the fact that like, oh, like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite isn't there. But I mean, we could have all seen that. Like, DBZ Fighters came out this year, and like, come on, it's like those were the games that were gonna be competing for like the big main tag game of this year. And Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite just looked super ugly, and like, are you kidding me? Like, no one wants to watch that game when it looks that bad. Like, I'm sorry, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite fans, but like seriously, like, come on. So yeah, that was obvious to everybody. My thing that I would have liked to see change about the games that are on the EVO main stage are like BlazBlue Cross Tag. I would have liked to see BlazBlue Cross Tag switch with BlazBlue Central Fiction just for one more year, because I don't know, I feel like if I was Arxis, I would have kept BlazBlue on the main stage for one more year, and then I would have released Cross Tag on the EVO weekend, just because I feel like a game would sell, like a fighting game would sell a lot if it was released EVO weekend, because everyone's of course looking for that new fighting game that they can get in on the ground floor of. That's obviously how people felt with DBZ Fighters. Like, DBZ has a huge fan base, and when that game came out, everyone was like, people were probably like, okay, I'm shit at fighting games, but hey, it's new and I can get in on the ground floor, so maybe I won't be as shit as other people when they hop on the game. So yeah, that's just one thing that I would have liked to see change. Just put in BlazBlue for one more year, give it its last hurrah, and then you can switch it out with BlazBlue Cross Tag, because I'm sure all the Ruby fans are going to be super excited about Cross Tag, because that's like a Ruby game to Ruby fans. But yeah, this has been Derek, aka SkyScope. Peace out, guys. Like and subscribe. I usually don't ask for that shit, so it's kind of weird, but yeah, peace out.